Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 15 of the Sits and Gigs. This week with me, I have BJ and Kaine from Apex Bloom. Hello, gents.
Hello.
G'day.
How's your week been?
Peaceful.
Peaceful?
Peaceful and productive.
I like
it. Yeah.
It's probably a good thing when it's, -2 and -1 degree overnight and then nice sunny days. It's just, I'm so sick of this backwards Ballarat weather.
Well, there's nothing more stereotypical than this weather in Ballarat, is there?
Yeah, I think the only people that can sort of relate to us are people in Tassie, and they don't really want to leave Tassie at the moment because they're safe.
Exactly.
No, so I knew it in the ass one day.
Yeah, no, exactly. So please tell us about how the band got its start.
Kaine, you take this one because it's a long journey.
It is. It's a very long journey. Yeah, we met. Beach and I went to high school together and kind of played in bands, not together, but would go to gigs and would be in the same lineups. And it all started with me and the bassist Tim, who was then the drummer, and I was on bass, and we started a little project in his bedroom. And then eventually that project grew, and that was 5 years ago. And I said to BJ, I don't want to play bass anymore. I just want to be the front person. So BJ took over on the bass, and then we became Saint Ivory. And we did that for 2 years, I think. And then we decided, because some members came and went, we decided we wanted to start fresh, start off with a brand new band name, and then released an album. And that's essentially what we've done. So changed our name to Apex Bloom, got some new members, and released this album.
Cool. Yeah, I followed Saint Ivory from the beginning, and I had no idea because I'd never met either of you previous. But I'm assuming BJ just tried to con me into it without actually meeting me. Like, I feel like he just sent me an invite going, like, this band, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
That'd be about right.
Yeah. So the process of doing the album, was this your first time, not just as a band, but as musicians doing a full album together?
I've done about 6 albums now between all my various bands, but it was the first time for me in a proper, legitimate, like, expensive recording studio. So that was really cool. We spent a week at Newmarket Studios down in Melbourne, and we just tracked the album. It was awesome. Probably the best 5 days of my entire life.
So with the recording process, as you said, expensive, proper studio, a lot more hands-on as far as the assistance you get in the studio, like the producer and things like that.
Yeah, 100%. So we work with Gus, who runs the studio there. And so we kind of came in, we said, here are our songs, this is what we want to do. These are our sounds. And then he just went, great, this is how we translate that into a audio recording. Really great conversations that we had about, this is the guitar tones that we want. He's like, cool, well, how about we try this as well? And, we did one song and I think we tried like 3 snares and like all these different things. And we were just swapping things out and not just going in, like as every garage band does. And it's like, yep, this is the sound that we have. Let's hit record. Hope for the best. It sounds okay, so that'll do. It was like, we had time to experiment and try different things out. And I think that was a really valuable thing for us to do. And
as far as the writing process went, was it shared, or did someone do majority of the writing for the album? Or
it's pretty shared.
Yeah, we, I think there are some songs which we'd bring in, and then essentially we would just kind of pick it apart and put it back together as a band, rather than someone bring in a fully realized song. And when people would do that, it just wouldn't work for some reason. I don't know why. We kind of needed to make it our own rather than someone's. So yeah, that's always been something I've loved about this band. It feels like it's everyone's, not just one person's.
Good. Now, the next question following on from that is, who decided, and I have nothing against this, I just want to know, who decided intro, outro songs for the album? Because there's
I
there's
think it was
not,
a group kind
yeah.
of decision. Yeah, it's so I think we're all really big fans of the concept album, so something that kind of flows and all that. And one thing that we had from the start was, let's make an album that loops. So let's have that big drum beat, doom doom cha doom digga, and it starts and ends with that. I think that was something right from the start that we went, this is something that's going to happen. And then it was just figuring out how to do it.
Yeah, because I quite easily listened to the entire album from start to finish and was satisfied. Like, it's, I was saying to BJ earlier that I wanted to pick it apart and go, I really like this song and this song. And then I just kept going and went, you know what? I like this album. There's no, there are, like, you've got your standout tracks, and it's obvious there'd probably be a few that would be quite good live, if that makes sense, that are more designed to, be blasted on a stage. But it flows really well. Like, you've done a great job of piecing it together, I think.
We really, some of the songs are 5 years old, so they were a long time coming. Songs like Camouflage and IV on the album, and yeah, for us, we really wanted to just let that album be, because we worked so hard, making the songs. We really want it to be clear and concise, and rather than slap together.
Yeah. Now, where are we? You had a sold out album launch at Volta. That is fantastic. That's good. I don't know.
It was great.
Yeah. So this was back in Feb. Is that right? Yeah. Was there any restrictions around that at that time, like smaller venue capacity or anything like that, or?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it wasn't full. I think it was just as things were starting to pick up again, and they were going, you know what, you can have more than 50 people, and they have to sit down and shut up kind of thing. And I think that was when things were just starting to open a little bit more. So that was really cool for us to go, yep, we're sold out. And then, the day of the gig, having all these people go, hey, so it says you're sold out, but I can still get in, right? And we're like, well, I don't know. We don't know how these capacities work. And then we got there, and Zach that runs the place is like, oh, yeah, we can put a few extra people in, it'll be right.
He's a good man.
He's great. Yeah, he's been really good to us.
Shout out to Zach. I want to watch what he does with the pub over the next year and a half, because I think he's got some good ideas coming, actually. I noticed that he just started doing Nintendo tournaments.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm keen.
Yes, me too.
I need to get down for one.
I saw the Smash Bros one the other day and said, I am all for that. So
yeah, that piqued my interest as well. I'm like, Smash Brothers, yes, please.
So good show. You had fun?
Yeah, we had Barracuda, so Zach that you talked to the other week. We had them support. We had the Kite Machine. It was awesome. It was just, the bands that we wanted to play, there's great energy in the whole night. And, I think after that whole year that we don't talk about, a lot of people just wanted to get out and have a good time and listen to some, good old rock music and go home and their ears are ringing. And that's what we delivered.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of snippets, and I don't know if it was from that gig or not, but I have to say, Kaine, as a front man, you are killing it, because I don't know what the video was, but you were just like getting right into it, and I thought you were about to just start stage diving or something at that point.
Yeah, I don't know what happens when I get on the stage in a band. Something takes over me, and there I go. some of my family who think I'm, more reserved than I am when I get on stage. I think they're a bit shocked when they say that side of me.
Now, following on, what's next? What's happening next? Are there gigs coming? Is there album 2?
Just the other night, we were actually in the studio recording a new single. So that'll be coming out real soon. And then we've got CDs, compact discs. You guys remember those? These just rocked up the other week.
No, I specifically only buy Betamax. Sorry, I don't invest in
they're
CD.
on the way. But we've also got vinyls on the way because, of course, everyone loves vinyls. But with the snap lockdown the other week, the production of it got pushed back like another month. So we're supposed to have them now, but I think we're not seeing them until like August or something. Who knows? I actually haven't heard. I need to follow up. But good old COVID just ruining everything.
I'll make you a deal. If you buy me a record player, I will buy a record off you.
Yeah, I think that works in my favor, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, records are expensive these days, so the player might be cheaper. Who knows? No.
Yeah, we'll get you an Aldi one.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that'll do.
A little briefcase.
Oh yeah.
So, can you tell me anything about new single or?
Yeah, I wrote it during lockdown and when I was up in Melbourne because I was living in Melbourne at the time. And
no, boo. We don't talk to people like you.
And yeah, I wrote it because I was doing a lot of meditation and I kind of wanted to relook at how I played a guitar, and because I realized that when I play, I sometimes would get way too in my head and just be thinking about things, not rather than just being present with the guitar and like the actual joy of just playing music. And so I just sat there and I started to write this song, and it just kind of poured out of me. And it's called Just Be, because it's just about just being here with the instrument and being here with music. And I passed that on to Tim. He came back in like 2 hours with drums and bass already on it, demoing it. I was like, this is crazy. This is awesome. And we sent it off, and it happened really quickly, and really awesome demo. And then once we started playing gigs again, we started playing it at shows, and people just started really getting into it. And so it's been a really nice song just to kind of come out of lockdown with this song about just being present and being here with people with music and seeing them dance and get really into it, which is so exciting.
And when can we expect it?
We haven't even talked about that yet. So sometime in the future.
Hopefully this year we'll get it
definitely this year, dude.
Yeah.
I'll lose my mind if we have another drawn out process.
All right, so single, you've got CDs. You just want people to comment their address on the YouTube video, and you'll just post out a CD to them. Is that how it works?
Ballarat's pretty small, man. If you just go out your front door and yell out, we'll hear it. No, I've got to upload them up onto Bandcamp, so that's my thing to do this week, so people can check them out there. We're going to do pre-orders for the vinyls, bunch of other stuff.
And if anyone wants St. Ivory CDs, I've got a big box of them.
Oh yeah, we got lots of St. Ivory. All those St. Ivory fans out there.
Yeah, you can just have one.
I'll take one. I'll take one.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to have one, Kev.
Perfect. Brilliant. So gigs? Any gigs?
13th of August.
Sorry, what was that?
13th of August at Volta. We're playing with a band we love to play with. They're called the Kite Machine. They supported us back in February. Really exciting stuff. They've just got a new keyboard player in, and they're just amazing musicians and amazing people. So, it should be a really fun night.
Awesome. All right, I will put it in my calendar now. Otherwise, I will forget because I'm like that.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Cool. Anything else? Anything you'd like to add?
Not Apex related, but Kaine is a very, very good comedian. And he's not going to plug himself, but I'll plug him. That's what I'm here for. He did a show for the Melbourne Comedy Festival called Wonderwall, and we've just spent a couple of days recording that. So I don't know. He probably hasn't even announced that. I've probably just ruined his whole surprise. But
No, it's okay, Beach. Thanks.
But people need to know that there's recordings coming of it because it's a really, really funny show.
Yeah. We did kind of discuss this before you joined in, Kaine, because I said that knowing that you are now, a professional comedian, I don't have to be personable at all in this episode because you're just going to be the funny man and do everything. So fire away.
All right.
Yeah, tell us a joke.
Yeah, my life. That's what it's. That's what's a joke. The Victorian government. That's a joke. No, I think we're doing all right. Seeing all the other states at the moment, that's kind of scary. But,
yeah, very true.
It's it's been really cool. Beej was very kind to help me out and record all these songs and a few extra ones which didn't make it into the show. So it'll be really cool to release those and see what people think of them recorded. Might do a launch as well.
Mm-hmm.
Get a band behind me for a gig and so people can come.
So what was it like? Because you did the Melbourne Comedy Festival, didn't you?
Yeah. That was such a scary and rewarding experience. It was kind of surreal. Seeing people, like most nights there was half an audience of people who I didn't know. So it was just amazing festival goers who would just want to see comedy and, will take a chance at people who they'd never heard of. So I was so thankful for that. And it's just like so nice after the year we've had and seeing people come out and seeing their smiling and laughing faces and seeing their shocked faces at some of the jokes. I think that was my favorite part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have the privilege of meeting the Auntie Donna boys?
Yeah, well, I've met them a few times, and I'm in actually one of their sketches too, in as an extra in Sandwich Sam, so you can spot me right at the end.
Right, I'll have to look that up.
I'm doing a weird dance. It's weird. It's funny. Every now and again, people who know me will like send me a screenshot and be like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it is." So that's cool. And I did bump into them in the comedy festival and say g'day and it was cool.
Yeah, I met Broden many years ago when they actually studied down here in Ballarat. So they're lovely blokes. I watch all of their stuff. So right. So what is the next step for the comedy then? You're just going to sort of record this set or this CD and then bring it out?
Yeah, want to bring that out and just be doing some more gigs, more comedy gigs just to get ready for next year's comedy festival. And the last one was all about death. So it was very silly though. I had some serious, very silly, but I think next year's will be very even like just pure silliness. So I'm really looking forward to that. Just nose diving into complete utter nonsense and seeing how people react to it.
What while we're on the topic, what are the opportunities like as far as being in Ballarat? Like, are there many places you can go to get a comedy gig, or do you have to go to Melbourne? Or
I think Melbourne's the main scene. Ballarat does have the Rat Comedy Club, who I haven't played there before. It'd be nice to get a gig there. And I think that someone did tell me there might be another room too, but the Rat Club at the back of the George is the only one I know. But yeah, Melbourne's great, and you've got quite a few rooms which you can do, and you can go up and do your little 5-minute spot. And yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that as well then. Anything else, Beej? You doing anything on the side, mate?
Oh, always. Sound Mountain is working on some tunes. We've got we recorded an album in lockdown last year, but it's taken about a year to record the whole thing. So that's coming out pretty soon. As all good musicians do, I've got my solo project that's been in the works for 4 years, and one day I'll finish it.
You are a greedy bastard. You know that you can't have 4 different bands going and then your solo stuff as well. It's just not on.
Well, it's good because then, you know, when I get sick of one, I'm just like, I'm going to take a break from you guys for a second because you guys are giving me the shits, and I'll go hang out with these other guys who, oh, wait, no, we're all in the same bands together. So you just can't escape anyone.
Maybe you've got to look inwards, BJ. Maybe, you know, you've got to start thinking, I am the problem here.
Oh, I've fully accepted that. That's why the solo project's going nowhere, because the guy that I'm working with is, you know, just awful.
And are you still doing what's the other band? Chalier?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think we've got anything booked till December because Chalier is a surf band. You can really only surf you can surf in winter, but man, it sucks. So
you'll just have to
we're a summer band.
Can you just change the genre to like snowboard band instead? Or
yeah, it's basically the same thing, right?
Ski band.
Ski band.
It's too close to ska, though. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, maybe we'll start a ski ska band.
Do it.
I
want to see it happen, and I'll back it 100% if it does.
Yeah, we'll get you on board, man.
I'll have to get some like snow pants, but the like black and white checkered ones or something.
Yeah, well, I think we just do gigs and like we've all got to stand on snowboards and have skis on and stuff, you know, trying to hit guitar pedals while wearing a pair of skis. I'm sure that's easy.
It's completely over the top and I'm all for it.
Yeah, there's nothing better.
All right, lads. Anything else before we close out the episode?
Buy CDs.
Bandcamp.
Cheeky plug.
Bandcamp.
Buy our merch. No. Yeah.
Go out and support live music. Whoever, like, whatever music you see, just go see it.
Yeah. People have been doing it, so it's been a blessing. It's been such a blessing.
Yeah, it is. Like working in hospitality myself, it is good to see how busy things are again, especially last 2 weeks with school holidays. It's been busy and nightmarish, but you know, it's good. Yeah. But yeah, even like, been getting around to sort of Easton and Volta a bit recently, and they've both been sort of backing up and running again. So hopefully the Easton starts to get a bit more gigs back on, but yeah, see what happens.
It's just good to see gigs.
Like, yeah, exactly.
After so long of them not happening, just gigs. Go see gigs.
Yes, go. That is going to be the new slogan for this episode. Go see gigs. Buy our CD. And ski band.
Ski band.
Yeah, ska band.
Hashtag ski band.
I'm gonna go buy the domain right now just so BJ can't get it.
Man, that's rough. We're gonna have to cut a deal.
All right, guys. Yeah. Send me a record player.
Done.
We could. The ski band's debut could be at Skin Ski and Surf.
Hey,
I like it.
That would be
and
good.
Then yeah, so just use the lineup you've already got for Chalier.
Yeah.
Play a gig at Skin Ski and Surf, and then just swap clothing halfway through the gig and swap to the other band.
And then so we've got our ski and our surf, so we might as well do skin. So then we just got to do like a naked gig as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Done.
3 sets.
It just writes itself, doesn't it?
The best thing about putting this up on the internet now is that it'll also be copyrighted for us for all eternity. So
Yeah.
it's our
No
idea.
one else can take it. Exactly. But I'm also being held accountable because now people will be like, come up to me on the street. They're like, so when's the skin ski surf gig? I'm like, I don't know. It was a joke, man. I'm like, no, I want to go.
No, everything we say on this podcast is held accountable. You know, you have to.
Oh yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Lovely to chat.
Fine evening.
It's been our pleasure.
For everyone else, please go check out Apex Bloom, buy the CD, and I don't know what's happening in the next 2 to 3 weeks because I have just run through everyone I wanted to interview. So
mystery guest.
I've started contacting friends in Geelong, branching out, so not just Ballarat anymore. So I'll try and get some Geelong people on here. But other than that, if you're a muso or if you work in the industry, please feel free to contact me and get your ass on my podcast. Cool. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Easy. Cheers.
Peace out.